Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your reading for November 2020. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. As you can probably feel, Mercury is in retrograde. So a little bit frustrating. Correspondence or emails, etc., may go astray or be delayed, and in some cases misconstrued. So a little bit frustrating. We got the Temperance card. I did a pre-shuffle for you before when I was meditating. We got the Wheel of Fortune. We also got the Fool card for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? We got the Devil. They've asked me to go again, so I will. We got the Lovers. Interesting. Wow. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, I can see quite a situation here for you as we go through November. Now we got Temperance. This is the protagonist energy. So this is the energy propelling you forward for the month. And it is to maintain some sort of balance. You may have felt like you've had to have a lot of patience with a certain situation. And it's taking quite a lot out of you to have some sort of self-control, maybe not to speak out or lash out. It feels very much like there was some disruptive energy that you're trying to sort of gain some sort of harmony after, okay? So you may have felt a little bit out of control in this situation, but know that this anxiety will be passing as you move through November. As you can see, as we approach November there, we've got this anxiety, a little bit of nervousness, but you can see that dove there, it is kind of like soaring up with a heart. So if you follow your heart, peace will sort of reign in your life. But I feel very much like you're trying to navigate the waters. There's a question mark happening here. You have a big question to make about a partnership. Now, we also have that Hierophant. It's in the antagonist position, so it's a resistance position, but it's about learning, okay? The Hierophant is often about, going deeper, looking at traditions or cycles, conventions, and also not just in terms of learning as in higher learning, like spiritual practices, etc., etc. I feel like you may be getting some advice from either friends or soul tribe members, even maybe, people in sort of positions to help you officially with some sort of partnership advice, because the Hierophant is often either a higher level commitment card or a marriage card there. So you may be wondering about partnership with somebody, and I feel like there needs to be a big conversation that's had. As you can see, this is in the resistance position, so someone is unwilling to talk. Those keys are crossing the mouth, so perhaps you feel like you want to say something, but you're trying to be patient with the situation, and you're choosing your battles wisely. Okay, Gemini, you're often very much a peacemaker. You speak your mind and you don't shy away from that, and you're also you got wonderful ideas. You're very exciting to be with, very powerful in the way that you lead yourself. So you may be sort of trying to navigate this question mark or decision that you've got to make there, so that it is for your highest good, but also the highest path in the situation. Now, pay close attention to your guides. They're really highlighting these wings either side of the ears. So your guides are really close at this time and they're helping you. But this is the resistance position. So you may have, I feel like you're dealing with someone who does not like to be told what to do. And I mean, no human really does like to be told what to do here. But I feel like you're kicking back a little bit. Someone may have given you some sort of ultimatum or something, and you're just like, no, that sort of energy. But there's transformation here because there's understanding. So you may be trying to get a new perspective. As you can see, that death, it's like a skull in the center there. That connects to the death card. So there's big changes, perhaps some sort of ending. You're learning from something and you're wanting to move on from it for some sort of higher growth in the situation. Now that fish head there, as you can see, I put it on the side there. As I did that, they just said timber. Timber. So timber obviously is wood. People say timber in the woods when there is a tree falling. So timber, maybe something that was really solid. I'm picking up the energy here from this image that they're giving me. Perhaps something that you thought was very solid, had roots, is falling or crumbling away there, and you're wondering if it's the right decision. Or I get an energy, you know, it's like, look out, you know, you move out of the way when that tree is falling. You don't want to get hurt. Okay, that's the energy. I feel like, yeah, it's really, you're trying to navigate the energy in the best possible way, where people just don't get hurt. That's the energy I'm kind of getting here. But they want me to show you that fish head. Now the fish head pops up out of the Page of Cups, so it's a surprise. But also they're indicating this could be to do with love. Okay, so something happened. You may have learnt something that was a bit of a surprise in your relationship or your higher level commitment. Now this could be to do with a romantic relationship. It could be to do with a work situation, but it was toxic. Okay, it was a surprise that you may have not particularly wanted, and you're doing something about it. Now we have that death card, the devil card even. The devil card is in the unifying position. So you may have felt stuck in this situation, gone round and round in circles, and it feels like you were disappointed, or your hope was destroyed about some sort of situation, and it's like the masks are off. You're seeing the situation or the person for who they truly are, and there was a toxicity here. Now this could mean that someone was verbally abusive or obsessed, or, you know, a workaholic, even if it's a situation, you know, that you've been working too hard and you've been trying to do that work-life balance thing, and you've partnered up with a company that's kind of like high profile and intense. It could be that, or it could be a relationship where you're looking at someone with addictions, or, you know, codependency, some sort of low vibe, and you're shedding. But the thing is, you're not sure. We got that, Gemini, you've shown up in your own reading there, and it's the Lover's card is the choice. So you're wondering, should you remain in partnership with this person in a high level commitment, or should you go? It feels like the strength of two together. Now, as it's in the unified position, you're wondering whether you should separate, or perhaps you are separated and you're wondering whether you should come back together. It's about partnership. There's definitely discord, okay, and that's what's causing this kind of like antsy kind of feeling. They're really indicating the heart chakra here. You're guarded. Now that's a natural state of being. If someone has given you quite a surprise that's made you feel off balance, I feel like you're trying to get the truth of the situation, but you don't want to make any bad choices. You don't want to have any regrets. And I feel like somebody in this situation already has regrets. Okay, so you may be wondering whether to partner up, as I said, with that. Oh, they're really highlighting the wings again for me, either side of the ears. They're saying intuition, very, very important during this time. We may even see the High Priestess, because there's this reveal, and it's like information that you really need to know, okay, that will actually help you make this choice. They're actually showing me the peace symbol. Okay, I do have a peace symbol in this trinket box here, somewhere there. So they're showing me this. So either you're looking at this symbol at this moment in time, or, you know, you've just doodled this as you've been listening to this reading, or, you know, you've got some sort of artistic print or something on your wall that has a peace sign like this, and you just looked at it, because they're actually showing me it, and normally that means someone is looking at it if I get a vision of that. So I'm just gonna, if that's you, then there's something in this message for you. But big decisions to be made here for you. I'm just going to go deeper using the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Wow. Straight away, we have the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. For those of you who are interested, I use the White Witch Tarot to open for the overall energy of the month. And I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite for the details. We have the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Oh, yeah, look. Definitely the same message here. Not sure which way to go. So we have that 9 of Wands. It is in a reverse position, and when it's in that, it feels like you have to have faith. Don't be too defensive in the situation. It will work out for the best, but there is a tendency in this situation with the anxiety that we could be a little bit defensive, or you could be a bit snappy. I mean, it's a natural human trait here, so nothing to worry about, but they're indicating here that you know, we can get a little bit, when we've got a lot of pressure on ourselves and you know, stress to make a decision about something and we don't really know which way to turn, we can get a little bit antsy, and yeah, it's like our boundaries are high. So if anyone is pushing our buttons, we snap. You know, it's always the smallest little stick that kind of breaks everything. You know, what is it? They're saying something, you know, it's a traditional saying they're giving me about that broke the camel's back. It's that kind of energy. Now we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this feels like something fell away. You had plans for the future with this person or this situation, and either it's not going the way that you'd hoped because this is in reverse, or there's some sort of travel problems. Perhaps you and this person were meant to have a talk with each other face to face, but you know, everything that happened around the world at the moment has put things like a spoke in the wheel there. It feels very much like you were waiting, but when things just fell away, it feels like you're not waiting anymore, but you've got the conundrum. You're not really sure which decision to make. It feels like you're frustrated. You want to make this decision as quickly as possible, but once you decide, you're like, okay, I'm definitely doing this. Then you're like, oh, but what about this? So we've got that Two of Swords. You feel like you have to make a compromise, and you don't really want to compromise, but a decision does have to be made. It is over the Lover's card, okay? So it may be difficult. It's something you're very passionate about, okay? It may be difficult to make the decision to walk away from this, but it's putting you out of balance. And at the end of the day, you cannot function correctly if something is not, connecting to you in the highest frequency possible. So although it's a conundrum and it's something, as I said, you're really passionate about, I really feel you're a little bit fed up with the way it's been going. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. King of Wands. Oh, there we go. Okay, interesting. Look at this. We got all these wands in the reverse. Now we got that King of Wands there. And we also have, so they're indicating here this King of Wands, Aries energy. Okay, now this could be a person that you're dealing with in some sort of passionate romantic relationship. They were very, how can I put this? Very full on, very heady kind of relationship, a lot of charm, a lot of courage, and it seemed to be going somewhere. Also, perhaps you're, I feel like this person is entrepreneurial. At the top of their game, got their business going on, business head, goes after life, very strongly enthusiastic about life and things that they're kind of like trying to achieve here. And it feels like they've put you in a little bit of a position where you thought that they were the best of the best, and they got caught doing something. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting here. It's like they showed up as a king, and then you caught them doing something not very honest. Let's put it that way, or withholding information, and it's come to a bit of an end. That's the energy I'm getting here. I also feel like you're kind of burying your head in your work, Gemini, trying to get a strategy for the future and a solid foundation in some sort of business that you're trying to get off the ground there. You're definitely an achiever, and you're moving towards your goals there. I feel like it's like you're being sensible about your finances, and you're using all your passion and energy, and especially whatever kind of emotion or energy or drive that you're getting from this situation that you're dealing with. I feel like you're putting it into your work in order to propel you forward. But there is a tenacity with this card that I feel could border on not aggression. That's not what I'm getting. I'm getting like it's power. Get out of my way. I'm going somewhere. I don't even want to deal with this situation over here. I don't want to make a decision. I'm moving towards my goals. Get out of my way. That's I know you don't mean it in that fashion, but deep down I feel like a fire in your belly. Okay. Now, they're really indicating that somebody was not very truthful in this situation. We have those Seven of Swords. Now, they either were, they betrayed you in some way or were dishonest. I feel very much like this person withholds information and then they kind of run away. So it's either they breadcrumb you by like giving you, this person's leaving like two swords behind, and that's communication. Swords about communication, ideas, intellect, that sort of thing. So they only gave you a little piece of the information and sort of ran away or disappeared. Now, I'm getting two energies with this, Gemini. So this is not going to be for everyone. So take this as this resonates. I don't often get the dual energy, but they're giving it to me, this one. I feel like somebody has found out that the person they were kind of seeing is already in another relationship. I feel like either they're married or you knew that they were, separated from somebody, a marriage or something, and there was a divorce on the table, etc., etc. But it feels like you found out otherwise, or you found out that they went to visit this person or something regarding this marriage or high-level commitment, and it was withheld from you, but you found it out. Mainly because of your intuition, but I feel like there was a reveal, okay? Now that's not for all, as I'm saying, but someone is not giving their full feelings in this connection. It's almost like when I touch this, oh, they're giving me a sentence. They're giving me a sentence, you're on a need-to-know basis and you don't need to know. Oh, I don't like that sentence at all. Okay, they're giving me that. It's like this person conducts their life like that. They give people a little piece of information in each, so that nobody really ever gets to know this person. I mean, that's not going to serve this person in life, but this is the way I feel this person compartmentalizes their life in some way. But they're indicating there is separation here. It's the end. So you may be separated from this person at the moment, and they're coming back to talk to you. That's an energy that I am getting, and it's put you in a bit of a conundrum. You thought it was done, and because you caught them doing something, or they ran away. They may not have done anything sneaky, but they just ran away. You know, they don't face relationships. They don't invest all in. They get a bit scared and sort of run away. And they're also giving me an energy that this person doesn't take responsibility often for their actions, because they feel like they're not a player. That's not the energy I'm getting. They feel like they're passionate. They go out and happen to life. Relationships kind of weigh them down a little bit. That's the energy I'm getting. I feel like you got in though, Gemini, and that's why this person, you got a bit deeper than anyone else, and they sort of ran away or flee the situation. But with that Ten of Swords, painful ending. So I completely feel your conundrum. You just want it to end, but at the same time, there is a lot of love here. Okay. Now we also have that 10 of Wands in the reverse. This is you finally saying no, though. You want that freedom to let go of the stress, the exhaustion. I mean, who wants to go round and round in circles with that Devil card? It's just too much to bear, and it feels like you're just going, I'm just walking away from that. Unless you come back to me with some sort of change, then I feel like, Gemini, you've walked away, you're not interested. But there's still that little residue where you're like, but it was so good when it was good, you know, and there is a lot of love here from both sides, I feel. But let's have a look. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding this situation? Okay. Now, they're giving me, okay, conflict, yeah. They're giving me these two energies, and I just have to pull another card on it, because this situation, they're giving me also, you may have found some sort of dishonesty at work, at some sort of conventional job that you may have. You may work at an institution, you know, bank, you know, 9-to-5 kind of job there. Something was underhanded. And was not you weren't given all the information, and you may have been given the opportunity to leave, like take voluntary redundancy, that sort of thing, and you couldn't make a decision, but then I feel like it got taken out of your hands. So they're giving me that as a separate situation, because they're giving me this as a boss type figure, okay, someone that you thought you could trust. But then there was something underhanded and it got played a different way. That's the energy I'm getting. So just so you're aware. Now we have that Queen of Swords in the reverse here. Queen of Swords, yeah, very cold kind of person and unkind, this situation. So dealing with someone who doesn't give you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, that sort of thing. I feel like it's more unkind than dishonest. That I feel like someone withheld information from you, and there's a lot of conflict here. The 5 is about obstacles, conflict, and it feels like a lot of arguing, and I feel like it's not that you have rivalry, but I feel like there's a lot of bickering going on here, back and forth, in order to rectify the situation, and it's got you all up in your head, kind of a little bit nervous about what's going on. So I feel you as you come into November, this anxiety with that Temperance. I see why. Because so this is just like the foundation read of what's been going on. And now I'm going to get a little bit more clarity as what's the outcome sort of thing. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding November 2020? We have the Chariot in reverse. We got Justice. We got the Four of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So again, giving me two energies. So please apply it as is. They're actually just wow, yeah, same thing. Look, we've got the Lovers card here, we got the Two of Wands, so definitely trying to make that decision about partnership. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you. We have Judgment in the reverse, and we have the Fool card in the reverse. Now, I didn't see that Fool card in reverse coming, but we will pull more cards on that. So the Chariot in the reverse there. It's like a catch-22, I feel like you're in, Gemini. It feels like you're stuck. You feel like giving up in this situation. You don't know which direction to go in. And there's a few issues that are making you feel a little bit nervous. So if you felt like you were going nowhere in this situation, please don't worry, because karma is about to be served, okay? We have the Justice card, so whatever the situation is, because they are giving me business and relationship. So I feel like with this Justice card, this is a Libran energy. So there's a cause and effect. So I can see why you're trying to be diplomatic or trying to navigate this tricky situation with the most as I said, diplomatic kind of way, because it will be a win-win situation for you. It is on your side, but there is learning here, okay? There needs to be a conversation that's had. Someone is going to come and speak their truth, okay? We have that Justice. I gotta say this, Gemini, someone really regrets what happened, okay? Now that's either, I feel like you took the moral high ground. I feel like this has been done to you, and I feel like the person or situation, whoever did this to you, I feel like they have a lot of regrets of what happened, and it feels like this person can't even look in the mirror at the way that they treated you. So but karma is about to be served. In fact, towards the end of November, this person is going to get a very, very cold, ice cold dish of karma, and it's going to really level the playing field here. But the truth will come out. It always does. And in this situation, I feel like this person is actually going to come towards you and tell you the truth. Yeah, this person, they cannot look at themselves. There is a lot of there's denial here as well. It feels like this person knew that you would be stuck in something. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, but there's definitely separation. You're leaving something, and it's interesting. You're leaving something, but you're not done yet. Okay, because that Fool card in the reverse is suggesting, one, you were not prepared for this, or you were not prepared for their absence. But there is denial here. There's an era of judgment, and it feels like you're not done with the situation. It's kind of up in the air kind of energy. But that Four of Wands in the reverse here, that is about, separating, either moving out of a company or a home. So it could be, if it's in a high level commitment there, or marriage. There is separation here, and it's in order to get someone to learn and shed old ideas, or there is learning of lessons here in this situation with that Devil card, but I feel like it's a temporary separation. Whatever this is, it feels very temporary, okay? And we got that Five of Pentacles. Now, it's interesting because when you get the Five of Pentacles in the reverse there is a hope in this situation, because this person returns. So if you're in separation with a high level commitment person, someone you were married to, or in a romantic relationship, there is a return of this person, and they want to make it right. As I said, they want to come and speak their truth after a period of silence. Now, I'm not sure whether you want to hear it, Gemini. That's the question, because we got double lovers here, and it connects to soulmate energy, perhaps even twin flame, but they're indicating the Devil is there, and things need to change before you decide whether to take this person back. But if you do want to take this person back, there is hope for them returning, just so you're aware. Now, they're flipping it, the energy as well, because there is a situation here regarding a work or a company. I feel like this person or in the company is going to come and talk to you. They regret some decisions. Now, I'm not sure that this person is going to hire you back in the same position, but I feel like there is a new job opportunity. It may be in a different department. It may be relocating somewhere, because we have the Chariot card there. It's in reverse. It's slightly in delay, but there is an indication that there is a new job opportunity heading your way. So whether it's a very hopeful time, just to let you know, whether you are looking for a new job or not, it feels very much like this is a surprise, not something you're expecting, but it's very financially lucrative. Okay, now we have that Lover. So again, it's the indication, should I stay, should I go, should I separate, should I partner up, that sort of energy. There is a lot of love for either the person that you are wanting to partner up with, and also with the company that you may be leaving, or that sort of energy. It felt right. Something that you felt was really solid and rooted in strength and unity. And then something just turned it all on its head. So that Lover's card, you've got a big conundrum here. Now they're saying, they're saying cubism. Oh, and now they're saying sorry, I'm trying to get this. So cubism, that was on its own, and cubist star. Cubist star. Cupid star? Cubist. It feels cubist. So perhaps cubism is a form of art. So perhaps you're an artist and that's your sort of style. Or maybe you've got a painting or some sort of art on your wall that you're looking at the moment. Or even doodling. It's like a cubist star, maybe. If that's you, then there's something in this message for you. But we got the Two of Wands. Okay, so it feels very much like every time you think about partnering up with this romantic person, because this is the way they want me to lead it right now, things just fall apart. But there are cycles at play that need to be learnt from, okay? So someone is denying their feelings. Also, Gemini, they're just giving me that this person you're dealing with has huge abandonment issues in the romantic sphere. They have, from childhood, huge abandonment issues. We got the Five of Pentacles there. This is the, this person felt unloved, and they grew up feeling like they were kind of on their own, and they never really learned to extend a healthy kind of love to somebody because they never got it in return. So they were quite closed off, just so you're aware. And you got really deep in to this person's heart, and they're denying their feelings. They're like pushing you away on purpose because this person doesn't want to get hurt. They feel a bit like a lone wolf, okay? Now we have the Judgment card in reverse. Now this is what I had to pull a card on because they are giving me this double energy, which is unusual. So we've got the Judgment, so it feels like there is a fear of change here. If you've left a job recently because of underhanded behavior, etc., you feel like you're a bit out on your own, don't fear the change, because Spirit is saying they did that so that they will put you on the right path, okay? There is a new job coming up here for you that, as I said, you're not expecting, but they just want you to be aware. Equally, I feel like at first when someone got caught in a situation, there was denial. Okay, but now they want to talk. They want to discuss their error in judgment, and they want to make it right. Okay, that Justice card, they want to make it right. But we have that Fool card in the reverse there, which suggests you were unprepared for everything that happened here. You really didn't see this coming. It was a bit of a shock, and it feels like there's a bit of apathy here. You're like, you know what, this shouldn't have happened in the first place. So I'm not really sure if I want to take you back or I want to stay here in this situation. So there is that question mark all over this reading. Now I'm just going to use the Light Visions Tarot. Thank you so much. Wow, straight away we have the Queen of Chalices. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. It's crossing the Four of Wands in reverse, so same message. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Wow, I just got to go get that card because it just flew right across the table there. Oof. We got the Three of Swords, okay? So it looks like you're walking away, Gemini. I think you're, fed up in the situation and you're knowing your worth, really, by standing in your power. Wow. We have the Seven of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? We have the Seven of Swords. So same, Gemini. I have to say it is the same. Seven of Swords energy again. You know, this person, it's not something they're learning. They're not learning the lesson, you know. They're still kind of running away from the connection, or, you know, the cycle looks like it will be repeated. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse, so it looks like new direction for you. That's, you know, obviously we all have free will. Sorry, it's a little bit complex. All the cards are getting a little bit crazy there. And we have the Knight of Swords. So, you know, even if you look up these cards, you can see how they're kind of like giving me, they're giving me a double energy. It's really interesting. It's almost like, Gemini, I'm reading this love energy that's over here, and also, so perhaps this is happening to someone out there all at the same time. And if that's you, my gosh, I feel that Temperance card like, whoo. So if you're dealing with a love situation that is in and out, and also a work situation that is just sort of fallen away, I mean, I'm sending you a lot of love, because that is a tough position to be in. But know that it is all turning around, okay? There is hope here in this situation. Now we have the Queen of Chalices. So the Queen of Chalices, this is your energy, Gemini. Even though you're an air element, this is a water sign element here with this card. This means you're coming back into balance with that Queen of Chalices. So once you make your decision, they're indicating peace will reign. They're again showing me that peace sign. So you're very nurturing, you're supportive, you're very healing. And I feel like this energy, you want to let bygones be bygones. You want the universe and karma to deal with the situation. And it is so hard for you not to just rip someone a new one. But, you know, it feels like you're trying to maintain sort of a peaceful sort of outlook about the situation and walk away. Okay, we got that Ten of Swords in the reverse. So they're indicating a new start. It feels like you're forgiving the situation, because there was a lot of pain here with that Three of Swords. Forgiving does not mean forgetting. Forgiving means lightening the karmic load for you. You take the moral high ground and you walk away, but you learn, because you've got that Hierophant card. So you learn from the situation so that you don't repeat any mistakes. And by that, I mean, you know, as soon as you see a red flag, you acknowledge it and trust it. Your intuition was on point. So don't ever doubt yourself in that situation. But it looks like with that Ten of Swords, you're walking away from the situation because you're done. It's just too painful. That Three of Swords, you know, there's a lot of loss here. So it feels like a heartbreaking situation. But there is transformation, because we have three skulls there on top of those swords, but also there's a little butterfly hidden right there. Can you see it? Now the butterfly is that transformation. Yes, it's like growing pains while you're in the cocoon, but my gosh, when you are released and take that new start, take back the power for yourself, you are becoming, you're rising up, and you're becoming who you've always been, basically, before this situation tried to push you down. And it feels like it's going to be beautiful. On the other side, it's going to be beautiful. But we have that Four of Swords. Interesting, we got the two fours there, both in reverse, okay? Four of Swords, Four of Swords there. This is about, you know, a new outlook. You're gaining perspective in the situation, but it looks like you're trying to acknowledge everything and try a new option, go in a different direction, okay? Because this doesn't seem to be working with this person. It keeps going round and round in circles. And as much as you want it to go, you know, the way of partnership, how long, how many times do you go round and round? Because it's painful every time. It's separation, that Four of Wands there, okay? So the question mark, I mean, it's crossing the lovers there. So the question mark is, do you go in a new direction, or do you stay and partner up with this person? So the whole reading is about this conundrum. Now we have the Seven of Wands. It's in reverse, okay? When it's in reverse, as I said, this is about, you know, this person quits things too soon. They sort of come into a relationship, they get deep in the feels, and then they just get scared and run away, because it's very hard to open up. This person, you know, it's interesting. There's only one cup on the table. Okay, so there's a lot of passion here, some communication, some withholding of communication, and but there's no cups. So emotionally, how is it fulfilling to you, Gemini? They just want you to be aware of the situation, because look what's happening. We've got the Seven of Swords as well. It's interesting. We've got the Seven of Wands and we've got the 2 4s and the 2 7s. Okay, so a lot of synchronicity here. Spirit is trying to give you a sign. That 7 of Wands crossed by the 7 of Swords. This person just continues to run away. It's the same meaning. They quit too soon, they run away. So exactly the same thing. Even if there's no dishonesty here, this person breadcrumbs, and then they just check out. And we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is indicative of, making lifestyle changes. You're changing things up. Someone is coming to speak the truth. Now, Knights, they do take action. They come towards you. They want to speak the truth. So it's the same message. But I really feel like you're feeling the fear. You're doing it anyway. And your face, it's almost like, look, can you see that figure? Male or female? This is not a gender specific reading. That figure is, fighting that aggressive swan. The problem seems bigger than him, but actually he's taking it on. He's feeling the fear and he's doing it anyway. So the difficult conversation that needs to be happening, Gemini, you're going to do it, okay? Because swords are about conversations. But I feel like it brings change. So I'm just going to get you, I don't normally do this, but I'm just going to get you, can I please have some sort of outcome for my beautiful Gemini? Because this is what's happening November. Tough time. I'm not going to, sweeten it up for you. I can't lie in the situation. You can see what the cards are. We got the Page of Wands in the reverse. We got the Tower. And we got the Nine of Swords again. So they're giving the same message. I really don't feel like they want to go beyond November for this. So Page of Wands, this person's immature, okay? Also, this person, I don't like to put it like this, Gemini, but this person, they're out all the time doing life. And then they think about Gemini and they pop right on in again and be like, oh, hey, miss you. And you're like, where you been? So it's kind of like this person, it's not when they're bored, because they do think a lot about you, and there's a lot of passion here, but they're not in terms of frequency, this person's not on the same vibration as you emotionally. Okay, so just to let you know that. Now we got the Tower. So the Tower is the surprise, and that surprise is some sort of reveal where you found out that this person was being underhanded, or breadcrumbing you, running away from the connection. They were not speaking their truth. So the Tower is often something to make you uncomfortable, to make change, because it's like a lightning bolt that comes, hits the Tower, and it sets the Tower on fire. If you don't get out of that Tower, you're going to continue to get burnt. Okay, so it's there to shake up the energy for you to make some changes. And it's the same message. Knight of Swords, make the changes. There's a huge opportunity for you to have like a do-over. So you may be making those changes across the board, not just in this relationship with somebody, but also in your work life as well. And that's why I'm picking up the two energies in this reading. So big changes ahead there. A lot of things for you to think about and decide on. But ultimately, everything seems to be pointing for a new direction for you, Gemini. I can't wrap it up in a bow for you. I have to give you exactly what they're giving me. So they've asked me to leave it there, because once I start getting the same message, they don't want to go further than the time period I've set. So I'm just going to give you a Wisdom of the Oracle card before we close, and it's here and now. So yeah, they don't really want to go any further than that. Here and now. Also, it's number 32. So number 32, when you reduce it, it's the number of obstacles, number 5. Okay, 3 + 2, 5. So obstacles are being overcome here, and look at that. So we have the past. It's the same thing. It's the same question. Do you live in the past? Do you think about the future, or do you make this new start with that figure sitting on an egg for rebirthing, birthing a new start there, and live in the present? Okay. So again, it's all about this question. They really want you to follow your heart, because they're indicating the hearts all around this figure. They actually just said doors are opening for you when I looked at the card. I know that looks like a window, but doors are opening for you. So if this is career, if you're worried about your career as well and something's happened there, there is an opportunity coming your way that is actually more fruitful than you've been dealing with. So just so you're aware, you are here. Yeah, they really want you to have a look as well. A lot of things have crumbled away. Okay, so this is a big time for shedding, especially like Scorpio season, time for shedding there. Now I'm just going to give you the message that goes in the book because I wouldn't want to tell you anything wrong there. Number 32, you get it in the upright. It says, being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. And the relationship message, it's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship that you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all available to you. Stay present and aware in this moment. As you cherish and approve your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. And I'm just going to give you the prosperity message because also, you know, it came with a bit of a job element there as well. Career element. So it says, what you are working on is golden and your efforts will leave a powerful legacy. Focus not on meeting a goal in the far off future, but on creating your own dream now, releasing your desire for an outcome and owning that it already exists. It will appear in the material world as if by magic. Claim your prosperity now. The essence is more important than the form. When you are immersed in prosperous thoughts, you automatically tune in to a sense of timelessness and unlimited potential. You can act as if, in spite of the temporary outer conditions, you are prosperous in this moment. What you think now becomes your reality. Stay present. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, difficult time. That's what they're giving me. So I send you all a lot of love. I'm just going to give you trinket. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay. So it's interesting. They just said to me, difficult time only until you make your decision. So on the other side of that is a more fruitful time. So that's what they've just given me. And I close my eyes when I have picked these trinkets. They only gave you one for this month, which is the butterfly. So transformation. There is big changes ahead. It's time for shedding and moving into something more beautiful, more in line with your prosperity path and your life's purpose. But don't worry because you're becoming. You're rising up now, okay? Okay, they want it on the Lover's card because the choice is, you know, do you stay where you are and, you know, feel those growing pains, or do you move forward towards something a lot more beautiful? Because that Nine of Swords is the end card there as well for you. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, I will leave it there. I hope something resonated in this reading for you. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.